Kevin Stefanski is under increasing scrutiny as the Cleveland Browns, now 2-8, navigate their worst start since 2017. Despite securing a playoff berth last season, Stefanski's position is being debated across Cleveland sports talk radio, with questions about his future as head coach growing louder. His focus, however, remains on preparing his team for their Thursday night football clash against the Pittsburgh Steelers. "That's life in the big city," Stefanski said, brushing off the speculation. Across the NFL, the coaching carousel is in full swing. This season, the New York Jets fired Robert Saleh after Week 5, and the New Orleans Saints parted ways with Dennis Allen earlier this month. Analysts and oddsmakers are now speculating which coach might be next to lose their job, with several prominent names appearing on hot seat rankings. The Jacksonville Jaguars' Doug Pederson is a frequent mention. Despite winning a Super Bowl in Philadelphia and leading Jacksonville to the divisional round in 2022, the Jaguars are 2-9 and struggling. Matt Eberflus of the Chicago Bears is also a focal point. His team has dropped 4 straight games and is on track for his 3rd consecutive losing season. Zac Taylor, Bengals, Mike McCarthy, Cowboys, and Kevin Stefanski round out a list of coaches facing intense pressure. Odds from sportsbooks vary but consistently place Pederson and Eberflus as favorites to be fired next. OddsShark lists Pederson at -150 and Eberflus at +125, with Stefanski further down at +2,000. Pro Football Network highlights Stefanski's Browns among teams with underperforming seasons, citing playoff hopes that have all but evaporated. Meanwhile, CBS Sports includes Stefanski alongside notable names like McCarthy and Antonio Pierce. The Browns' freefall has fueled much of this discussion. Despite roster talent, their inability to string together wins has frustrated fans. Stefanski, however, is not alone. Across the league, playoff ambitions have slipped for teams like the Raiders and Bengals, putting Antonio Pierce and Zac Taylor under similar scrutiny. Doug Pederson's Jaguars offer a cautionary tale. Once viewed as a rising team, their current trajectory is dismal, with Pederson losing 14 of his last 17 games in 2023. Similarly, Eberflus's Bears appear mired in dysfunction, firing offensive coordinator Shane Waldron mid-season. Both situations illustrate the razor-thin margin for error NFL head coaches face. Speculation has even extended to Brian Daboll, last year's NFL Coach of the Year with the New York Giants. His team's dramatic decline in 2024 has him listed on several betting odds boards. Despite coaching the Cowboys to a solid record, Mike McCarthy remains a divisive figure, with questions about whether Dallas can sustain success in the postseason. Stefanski's odds vary by sportsbook. Bookies.com lists him at +350 to be the next fired coach, while Covers.com places him at +2,200. Regardless of the odds, the pressure mounts as Cleveland's season spirals. Stefanski's ability to right the ship over the season's final stretch could determine whether his name remains in the conversation, or if he's the next to fall in the NFL's relentless coaching churn.